So in this video we're going to talk about the button 3 roll 2. Definitely one for you tailoring nerds. So a button 3 roll 2 is a 3-button jacket like this one here. As you can see, it's a classic 3-button jacket, but when you undo the top button it naturally falls to the waist. So if I undo this, you can just see with very little movement it naturally wants to roll lower. Now this style is very popular in certain menswear communities. Lovers of the Ivy style like it because it has a link back to the old Brooks Brothers sack suit. A lot of Italian tailors have it as their house style, and it's got a slightly sort of connoisseur's appeal to it, of a proper button 3 should always roll to the middle button. Some Savile Row tailors are of that opinion too. This is actually a jacket of mine. I never designed it as a 3-button roll 2. I bought it as a ready-to-wear sample many years ago, 15, 20 years ago. But the cloth is quite an open weave, and with time, the shrinkage of the collar has caused it to roll to the centre button, and I quite enjoy it for that. It was never bought as a 3 roll 2. Which brings me on to the collar. The collar controls the break point. So by having it heavily pressed here, it causes the lapel to roll lower, or if the collar is slightly too small, it will cause it to break a little bit more open. It isn't a case of pressing the lapel down here, because the lapel should always be soft. There should never be a crease here. Even better ready-to-wear suits nowadays have a soft roll. That's ever so important on a button 3 roll 2. Quick interruption, but opportunity to win a great prize. An online one-on-one style consultation with me. Ask me all your sartorial questions, I'll give you some bespoke advice, and to get this, all you need to do is be a subscriber to Rampley & Co. If you're not already, details below. I think some of the earlier American sack suits were a little bit flat, but that was part of their story. One of the stories I've heard, which I think is quite amusing, was that the 3-button went out of fashion and they followed by a 2-button. So they started to press their 3-button jackets to look like 2 buttons, and then the manufacturer copied that story. I don't believe it, but it's a great story. One of the things you need to be wary of if you have a style of jacket like this from your tailor or you've bought it off the peg, is when you do eventually get it dry cleaned, you need to take it to a good dry cleaner and explain to them how you like it to roll, whether it's a button 3 roll 2, because the person pressing it, whether it's by hand, should be by hand, will want to know where it is. And this is always, like I said, they press here to get that lovely soft roll. I like the style. I don't get that excited by it, but I happen to have a few 3-button jackets with time have turned into 2 buttons, and it's got quite a nice soft look. So when I wear this jacket, I never do the top button up, I always let it roll naturally, which begs the question, why even have it? But to me it's a style signifier, it's a communication of your level of taste, and a little bit like the button below the waist, you never do it up, but it still serves a purpose. Well, I hope that was nerdy enough for you. I want some really nerdy questions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.